You may be a bit confused by the title, so I'll explain what I mean by next-gen evolutions. These are evolutions that were given to a Pokemon from a previous generation. For example, Chansey turns into Blissey in the second generation, and Lickitung turns into Licky Licky in the fourth. I mean, sometimes it's not the actual next generation, since it could be a few generations away. So it could be the next gen, but you know. These are the 10 evolutions that I found to be the ones that really warranted going back and adding something more to a certain Pokemon. We'll be looking at what they changed and how it made these Pokemon better. Welcome to my top 10 next-gen Pokemon Evolutions. Number 10, Froslass. My favorite part about this evolution is the elegant approach to a new type combination. Froslass was, and is still, the only Ice Ghost, unless you count Shiny Amura. I mean, I know it's not a Ghost type, but look at that. That is definitely a pale Ghost. It's nice to see an interpretation of a new type combination that doesn't feel forced. Froslass is definitely a cool Ghost. I smirked a bit after that joke. Number 9, Yanmega. Yanma was a Pokemon that gained a lot by getting an evolution. It was generally an overlooked Pokemon with a pretty nice design. However, the fact that it was just another flying bug type with no evolution and rather mediocre stats held it back from being a great Pokemon. Yanmega was such an awesome design upgrade, making him look like this technological bug. It really powered him up and gave him more notoriety. My only problem with this evolution is that if there was ever a chance for Game Freak to make a bug dragon, it would have been with the Dragonfly. Oh well, I still really like this guy. I just dread to see how they will end up trying to force a bug dragon Pokemon into the game when they had a really good chance. Unless it's with a Mega Evolution for this guy. Number 8, Togekiss. Look at that happy face. That's the face of someone who flinch locked you 12 turns in a row with Serene Grace Air Slash. Oh, the satisfaction. Number 7, Kingdra. Kingdra is just one of those evolutions that feels so deserving. Scizor is definitely a very cool looking Pokemon without the evolution, albeit a little weak. However, the big thing about it, if you didn't notice, is that Scizor is short for Sea Dragon. Even its species is the Dragon Pokemon. I'm just happy Scizor finally became a real Sea Dragon, and a really cool and powerful one at that. Number 6, Honchkrow. There's so many bird Pokemon that a majority of which are normal flying, so it was really nice to see a non-legendary bird that wasn't normal and also display the new dark typing in Murkrow. Unfortunately, he wasn't very strong, so Honchkrow was brought into the picture. It was just nice to see a Pokemon like Murkrow, who was pretty nicely designed, with his little hat and his beady little eyes, receive a well-deserved evolution that turned into this completely out-of-the-ordinary bird Pokemon. It was also really great to have Honchkrow be one of the main villainous Pokemon, as he was one of Cyrus's main guys. He just has that menacing look, like a mafia boss or an angry accountant. Number 5, Umbreon. With 5 extra evolutions to the cute little Eevee, I had to throw in at least one of them on here. Umbreon just happens to be my favorite out of all of them. I love how it incorporates the day-night cycle into the game, as well as the friendship evolution that really makes you feel like you've trained up your little guy properly. Also, Umbreon is one of the most obnoxious Pokemon to face against in competitive battles. That can only mean they did a good job with him. Number 4, Dusknoir. I don't know why, but the Rebirth Cloth has been one of my favorite items in the game. It's just kinda cool, like a scary ghost dress or a dirty dish rag. Germs are scary too. I'm incredibly happy to see Game Freak add on to a Pokemon that felt complete and do a great job with it. In my opinion, I thought Dusclops felt finished. He didn't feel stuck as a first evolution like Pokemon such as Heliolisk or Sandslash, where they feel like they have one more evolution to go. I was pleasantly surprised to see Dusclops look even better as Dusknoir. He's such an awesome mythical looking ghost that really brings the whole evolution line together. Good job, Game Freak. Number 3, Crobat. Crobat was a great addition to the Zubat family. After years of being tormented by Zubats in caves, it was nice to see him turn into such a cool and powerful Pokemon. I love how the friendship evolution was used for Crobat as well, seeing as there was a lot of hate for Zubat popping up everywhere. Crobat was also used really well with Silver, showing his Golbat evolving through friendship after he finally learned how to properly treat his Pokemon. Number 2, Gliscor. I've been a big fan of Gliscor since he came out. I always try to find room for him on my competitive teams, just because he had such a cool design for most flying types. I know I said that about Honchkrow, but it's also very true for this flying scorpion vampire. Still a better love story than Twilight. There wasn't even a love story there. It's still just a better one. Number 1. Scyther was a great Pokemon, but he was just missing that oomph to push him over the edge. That oomph being Scizor. The amount of time I put into trying to get Scizor in that woodcutting minigame in Pokemon Stadium 2 just shows how much I like this guy. It was really cool that he was so differently designed from Scyther, and showed how Game Freak wanted to take a risk and try something a little bit different. The trait evolution with a metal coat added an interesting new element to how Pokemon evolve, seeing as he combines with the item, I think? I mean, the metal coat disappears at the very least, and now he's covered in metallic paint, I suppose? Maybe a coat. A metallic coat. Anyways, it's just so different from how most Pokemon look when they evolve. It's also really funny that Scyther goes from having sights for hands to pincers, and becomes the pincer Pokemon. I bet his rival is a bit disappointed. Thanks for watching! Please make sure to subscribe and leave a like. I think you'll like the next top 10. It's a experimental one. That's how we'll put it. That's how we'll put it for now. And click on any of those buttons to see more of my top 10s. Stay tuned for more and let me know your favorite next-gen evolutions. I'll see you all next time.